Studies show that around 70% of us make unplanned purchases. That's a big number, but why do we do this? It all comes down to our brain's wiring. When we see something we want, our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone. This makes us feel excited and happy, which can lead us to make that purchase even when we know we shouldn't. Other things like stress, boredom, or sadness can lead us to seek comfort in shopping. Bright sales signs, holiday decorations, or even social media ads can also make us want to buy things we don't need. Watching friends or influencers make purchases can equally create a sense of urgency to buy something similar, even if it's not something we truly want. Those impulse purchases, however, can add up quickly, leading to financial strain and regret. You might feel great for a moment, but that high often fades, leaving you with buyer's remorse and a dent in your wallet. Most of us justify it in the beginning with a treat-yourself mentality, but then that credit card bill hits, and suddenly, treating yourself feels more like a punishment. I'm all about enjoying your hard-earned cash. But there's a huge difference between thoughtful spending and straight-up impulse buying. Stay tuned, as I'm going to be dropping 7 practical hacks to help you break free from the impulse buying cycle and get your spending under control. All right, let's kick things off with a simple but powerful tool, the 24-hour rule. This rule is designed to help you make more mindful decisions when it comes to spending your hard-earned money. It's exactly what it sounds like. You give yourself a full day to think before making a purchase. See something you think you need? Don't buy it right away. Hit the pause button, walk away, and give yourself a full 24 hours to think about it. This pause allows you to reflect on whether you truly need the item or if it's just an impulsive desire. Now, I know what you're thinking, 24 hours, but what if it sells out? What if you miss out on a great deal? Here's the thing, if it's meant to be, it'll still be there tomorrow. And if it's not, it wasn't meant to be. And if it's not, well, you just saved yourself from a potential buyer's remorse spiral. You avoided the stress and regret that often comes with impulsive purchases. Seriously, this rule is a game changer. It can transform the way you approach shopping and spending. It gives you time to separate the need from the want, to research prices and find the best deals. And most importantly, to realize that maybe, just maybe, you didn't actually need that sparkly unicorn phone case after all. You might find a better alternative or decide you don't need it at all. Think about it. How many times have you bought something on impulse only to regret it later? Those moments of regret can add up, both emotionally and financially. The 24-hour rule is your secret weapon against those impulsive urges. It empowers you to make more thoughtful and deliberate choices. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your spending. You regain control over your financial decisions. Trust me, your bank account will thank you. You'll see the benefits in your savings and overall financial health. And hey, if you're still thinking about that item after 24 hours, maybe it's something you genuinely want and will use. This rule helps you prioritize what truly matters to you. So, are you ready to give the 24-hour rule a try? The payoff is huge. You'll find yourself making smarter, more satisfying purchases. Next, remember those good old days when our parents would drag us to the grocery store armed with a meticulously crafted shopping list? Yeah, I used to think it was the most boring thing ever. But guess what? They were onto something. Shopping lists aren't just for groceries, folks. They're your secret weapon against impulse buys in any situation. Whether you're hitting up the mall, browsing online, or even just scrolling through Instagram, having a list keeps you focused and prevents those shiny objects from derailing your budget. Here's the deal. Before you even think about shopping, sit down and make a list of what you actually need. And I mean really need, not just want because it's on sale. Be specific, be realistic, and most importantly, stick to the list like your financial well-being depends on it. Because let's be honest, it kind of does. Think of your shopping list as a budget bodyguard, protecting your hard-earned cash from those sneaky impulse purchases. It's like having a personal assistant for your wallet, making sure you only spend money on the things that truly matter. So ditch the, I'll just see what catches my eye mentality and embrace the power of the shopping list. Trust me, your bank account will be singing your praises. 3. Unsubscribe from temptations. Let's talk about those pesky marketing emails and targeted ads, shall we? You know, the ones that seem to know exactly what you want before you even realize it yourself. You know, the ones that magically appear in your feed, showcasing the exact pair of shoes you were just thinking about. It's almost like they can read your mind, right? Yeah, those are designed to make you spend money. And they're really good at it. They know how to catch your eye and make you click. But here's the good news. You have the power to fight back. You don't have to be a victim of their clever tactics. It's time to hit that unsubscribe button with the force of 1,000 suns. Seriously, don't hold back. Unsubscribe from those tempting email lists, unfollow those brands that make your wallet cry, and take control of what you see online. And for the love of your finances, block those targeted ads like your life depends on it. Look, I get it. It's not easy. Those marketing geniuses are good at what they do. They spend countless hours figuring out how to get you to spend your hard-earned money. They know how to push your buttons, how to make you feel like you need that new gadget or that trendy outfit. It's all part of their strategy. But you know what's even more satisfying than a shopping spree? Seeing your bank account grow instead of shrink. A bank account that's growing, not shrinking. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with financial stability. Think about it. How much money have you wasted on things you didn't even know you wanted until you saw them advertised? It's a sobering thought. It's time to take back control of your feed, your inbox, and most importantly, your spending habits. You have the power to make a change. Unsubscribing and unfollowing might seem like a small step, but it's a huge leap towards financial freedom. Every little action counts. So go on, hit that unsubscribe button, don't hesitate. Your wallet will thank you. And so will your future self. 4. Set a budget for fun. Now, before you start thinking this is all about deprivation and living like a hermit, let's talk about fun. Because yes, you can still enjoy life and have fun experiences without breaking the bank. The key is to be intentional about it. Enter the fun budget. It's exactly what it sounds like. A specific amount of money set aside each month for things you enjoy, whether it's dining out, catching a movie, or treating yourself to that fancy coffee. Here's the beauty of it. Having a designated fun budget allows you to enjoy those experiences guilt-free. You've already planned for it, you've saved for it. So go ahead and savor that delicious meal or that concert ticket without the post-fun financial hangover. Think of it like this. Your fun budget is your permission slip to enjoy life without derailing your financial goals. The key is to be realistic about your spending and to stick to your allocated amount. It might take some trial and error to find the right balance, but trust me, having a fun budget is a game changer. It's like having your cake and eating it too, but financially responsible. Next, keep a spending journal. Okay, this one might sound a little extra, but trust me on this. Keeping a spending journal is like shining a spotlight on your spending habits, revealing those sneaky patterns you never even knew existed. It doesn't have to be fancy. A simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or even just the Notes app on your phone will do the trick. The important thing is to track your spending consistently. Write down everything, and I mean everything. That daily coffee, that impulse gum purchase at the checkout line, those online subscriptions you forgot you had, track it all. Now, I know what you're thinking, but that sounds tedious. And yeah, it might feel that way at first, but here's the thing. Knowledge is power. By understanding where your money is actually going, you can start to identify those spending triggers and make conscious choices about where you want your money to go instead. Think of your spending journal as a financial detective, helping you uncover those hidden spending leaks that are draining your bank account. It's like having a personal finance coach, but without the expensive fees, holding you accountable for every dollar you spend. The point is, awareness is the first step towards change. So grab a notebook, open up a spreadsheet, or start a new note on your phone, and let's get tracking. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and trends that you never noticed before. Maybe you'll realize you're spending too much on takeout, or that those small impulse buys are adding up. With this newfound awareness, you can set realistic financial goals and make informed decisions that align with your priorities. It's all about taking control of your financial future, one entry at a time. Next, understand your spending triggers. Impulse buying isn't always about the stuff. Often it's a symptom of something deeper going on. It's like emotional spending's way of saying, hey, pay attention to me, so let's dig a little deeper, shall we? Think about the last time you bought something on impulse. What was going on in your life at that moment? Were you stressed, bored, anxious, happy, sad? Our emotions can be powerful triggers for spending, and understanding those triggers is key to breaking the cycle. Think about it. Do you tend to shop when you're feeling down? Or maybe you're a celebratory spender, reaching for your wallet whenever you're feeling good. There's no judgment here. We all have our quirks. The important thing is to recognize those patterns and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Instead of reaching for your credit card the next time you're feeling stressed, try going for a walk, calling a friend, or indulging in a relaxing activity that doesn't involve spending money. By addressing the root cause of your spending habits, you're not just saving money, you're investing in your overall well-being. Moving on. Don't forget to celebrate small wins. Changing your spending habits is a journey, not a race. It's about progress, not perfection. So let's talk about celebrating those small wins along the way. Did you resist that impulse purchase? High five. Did you stick to your shopping list like a boss? You deserve a victory dance. Did you end the month under budget? Treat yourself to a guilt-free experience, using your fun budget, of course. Celebrating those small wins is crucial because it reinforces positive behavior. It's like giving yourself a pat on the back for a job well done, encouraging you to keep going. Think of it this way. Every time you resist an impulse purchase, you're making a conscious choice to invest in your future self. You're saying no to instant gratification and yes to long-term financial security and freedom, and that's definitely something worth celebrating. So go ahead, pop that non-alcoholic bubbly, do a little dance, and give yourself a round of applause. These are my 7 practical hacks to help you curb those impulse buying urges and finally get your spending under control. Remember, it's all about making conscious choices, being mindful of your triggers, and celebrating those small wins along the way. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more personal finance tips and tricks. And don't forget to share this video with your friends because everyone deserves to be financially savvy. Now go forth and conquer those impulse buys. I believe in you.